What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Triangle. This is your boy D.
And it's your girl CJ.
And it's your girl Brandy Exotic, aka the Tiger Queen. Now that's a shout out to anybody who's watched that ridiculous shit show.
I mean,
my
God.
So
I just want to say, D, you might want to watch it. Isn't the main character like a gay guy too? Isn't he?
Is he frozen again? Yes.
I think so.
Me?
He is. Yeah. He is gay. Yeah, you were frozen again.
Oh. Yeah, you were frozen for a
you
second. But no, the main character from that show is gay.
And dig this, sis. A big chunk of the last part of the show apparently happened all in the Panhandle. Because I saw Baptist Hospital, I saw Pensacola, and I was like, wait a goddamn minute. This was all happening while I was living there? I'm like, how did I miss this? It's so messy.
Whole thing of tigers.
And it's 7 episodes of just trash, and you can't even make it.
What's the name of the show again?
Tiger King.
I gotta check.
And underneath it, it's like murder, madness, and mayhem, or something like that.
So D, I'm telling you, if you go on your Netflix, it's gonna pop up as the trending, it's the number one. It's number one trending on Netflix.
Number one.
Can't fuck it up. Anyway, so
I gotta check that shit out.
Today's episode is what the fuck is up with the quarantine. We got a request from some of our listeners and viewers about what everybody is up to and what we should be doing, what can we do to kill and quench our boredoms and things like that. So
not going to drive out to see Venus. I'll tell you what we're not going to
do. You shut the fuck up, Brandy. All right, I'm tired of you and your goddamn shit. All right.
Well, okay, so
going to see Venus.
Preface, D was talking about how he wanted to get in his car, drive into the middle of nowhere in the desert and go watch Venus in the sky. But we were
by myself.
I know about yourself.
The epitome of social distancing. I'm
in
the desert.
That's the epitome
in the desert.
No.
By myself.
No, okay, but I think you're confused, like a lot of other people. So the social distancing is when you are having to go to essential locations. That's what
like the desert to go look at Venus.
Nobody, that is
essential to my health. You guys don't even understand me. I'm changing the fucking subject. Look how little this fucking apple is. I have a strawberry.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Let's look at this picture though. Are these really that small, or is D that fucking big now?
My bones wouldn't get grown. My ass might get fat.
That is really weird that the strawberry, orange, and apple are the same exact size. I need you to take a picture of that and post it in our podcast so people who are listening can look at it too.
Yeah,
for
it's
real.
fucking. I lost a strawberry.
Yeah,
take a picture of this shit right now.
Yes, do it. But no, for real, like to preface this whole episode, please stay at home as much as possible for everybody else's sake and not just your own sake. Yes, we don't want you to get sick, but also you can be a carrier and not know it and spread it to others as well. Yeah. But trying to keep this kind of fun and not too I guess focused on informative and focused on the virus situation, which we also call the CV now. Because YouTube
use the other word.
YouTube bans us if we use the actual words and terms. So
bullshit.
Anyway, are you guys doing anything? Maybe let's say personally to keep stress levels down because you can't. Go
I would
outside?
like to go look at fucking Venus.
Oh my god!
Put your goddamn strawberry ass down.
Oh my god! We needed to screenshot it because that's the gayest he's looked, and we wanted a bit more gayness from him, and he just hasn't given it. That's the gayest he's looked, holding a strawberry, complaining about not seeing Venus.
Oh, I gotta say Venus.
Let me go see Venus.
That is a very weird request, although I understand it because I'm a stargazer myself as well. But
no, you're a witch. Quit
I'm
calling it.
Why does everybody keep telling me?
You see how she tried to put it all cute? I'm a stargazer.
I'm a stargazer.
I'm a stargazer. You're a witch.
Listen, I might be. My 4-year-old is running around talking about I'm making a potion. I was like, wait, what?
I told you you're fucking witch.
Listen, and
I've never made a potion in front of her. Not in front of her, but you've done it. So you already told on yourself. You know what? I used to make potions when I was like in middle school, really thinking I was going to do
what the fuck kind of potions were you?
I wanted to be a green witch, so I would do herbal potions.
What the fuck is that?
I can't knock her because I remember getting a little too into the craft and Sabrina, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do a love potion, and this is gonna get my glow up happening. This is gonna get my glow up happening faster.
I was told by my father. This is one thing he actually had a conversation with me about, like one of the few times he's ever spoken to me. he told me, if you ever think a girl is, or if you're ever out and a girl offers to make you something and it's red on like your first date, don't eat that shit.
What?
Is he talking about the period blood?
So he was saying, yeah.
Ew,
Hoodoo.
No, hoodoo.
So
now we ain't gonna get into how I know that.
Yeah. No.
Have you done that?
I'm just kidding. Now it sounds like
it
sounds like I'm lying.
Are you a witch?
Brandy, a low key, high key.
He's been a witch this whole time.
Low key,
it's really been me the whole time.
Actually, Brandy, who's the witch, not CJ.
Putting period blood. So apparently, there are some women that practice. I'm not sure what type of a belief this is, but they believe if you put some of your menstrual
discharge blood into it,
into a man's food, it will make him fall in love with you.
That's
and I kind of believe it.
I've seen that everywhere, like in different books and things like that. I would not recommend it.
If he eats you on your period,
same effect.
Same effect. Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. So don't do it.
Not that I'm into any of that. It's just important to be well-rounded and know things.
I guess so. Since we're gonna list things to do in quarantine time, I guess number one, if you're into it, try witchcraft. I guess.
I wouldn't say try it. Only reason I'm not saying try it because you may open up some stuff. Like
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
There was this meme that one of my homegirls sent me that said me in like a Latin class, like thinking I'm doing well, and then it was like the demon I just summoned because they didn't say the words right. And I was dying. What do you go away?
Why do demons speak Latin? I don't understand that.
Because I think it was the original language that was used to make all these like
shut up, PJ, go away.
I guess like the contracts and things like that, you know?
Contracts. Hi, PJ.
Oh,
hi, PJ.
You're so annoying. I'm on my show with my friends.
Oh my God. Randy's teen is all up in our space. Look at her. Look at her.
Oh, I don't be doing this.
If you guys are not watching, go look at this part on YouTube. It's like a tiny Brandy running around with a boy face. It's amazing.
It's a tiny Miss Elsie is who it is.
Man, because they literally did. They put copy paste on the same face over and over again. We couldn't come up with anything else. So we're like, big eyes,
just do it again.
Forehead, and a gap. Just do it again. Do it again. Run it. It's
Get it out.
Let's go.
That scream is the same as Brandy too. That's fucking hilarious.
No, I asked him. I was like,
no,
what did you
but
say?
for real, don't go doing witchcraft. I mean, maybe
get the hell away from me.
Maybe read up on it just for fun if you're interested in all kinds of stuff.
Yes, but do not get into it.
Don't actually do the spells and things if you don't know what you're doing.
On top of if you're emotionally distraught, because baby, there's energy and power in that. And I remember when I was in New Orleans and I was extremely heartbroken. And I said like this one time at Big Gap. And I was walking past all these shops and stuff, and we're all looking around and what have you. And I just remember being drawn to certain things, and I was like, I could totally do some shit right now. I was like, no. I'm not about that life.
Yeah,
so,
you pay for that. You pay for it.
Listen,
so, you know.
And I wasn't trying to pay nothing. So
well, it depends on what kind of like crafty stuff you're doing, because I know a lot of people
talk about. I was trying to take somebody out the game. So.
Oh well, then you pay for that. Anything negative,
you pay for that.
Yeah.
Is it really negative?
Yes, nigga, it is. If you're putting somebody else's situation in a negative energy, like it'll.
That's why your screen froze.
Oh no!
That's why your screen froze.
Oh
because
no!
The
Spirit was like, "Don't be playing. Don't be playing." It did do something weird with Brandy. I'll see what it looks like. It looked like she went really fast because it caught up, like the video. Because
I ran over there, stole one of your candles, and came back.
What are you fucking Flash, my nigga? Like, what is this? No, for real though. Like the witch stuff is like pretty interesting. I don't know why they call it New Age, because it's not. It's actually the oldest school stuff ever. It's older than the New Age. But
maybe it's you know what it is. I think it's an easier sell Because I do feel like at the end of the day, a lot of spirituality and religion, all that stuff, it's money for people.
It is a lot.
So when they're buying their crosses or their sage or their crystals, that shit is bank. Like money.
That's true. That's true. But by the way, Brandy had posted this fucking meme the other day that I thought was hilarious as hell, because they were like, where are all the white girls with the crystal balls during this pandemic?
Yeah, they were like, how is the world so bad right now when there's so many white girls with so many crystals?
And I was like, because it comes
something.
We have different ancestors and they don't work the same way. I just want you guys to know that.
I'm like, how is this happening? You guys hold your rose quartz or whatever the fuck.
Not
like,
the rose quartz.
Figure it out.
Selenites and crystal quartz.
Your smoky whatever. Like,
not smoky whatever.
Get this shit together.
No, for real though. But it's interesting if you're interested in stuff like that. And I also want to start Motherland, because that's about witches. And I think they're protecting the U.S. or some shit like that. They have something to do with the government. It's on Netflix, I believe. Motherland. Yeah, I totally want to watch it. And maybe I'll catch.
Is it based on a true story?
I don't know. Maybe. I doubt it though.
She knows, because she has those witch friends everywhere, but she can't say nothing.
Not witch.
She signed a non-disclosure, so she can't.
You know what though? I will say this. I think witchy gals and boys naturally prefer each other, because I didn't realize like some of the bosses I've had before were like into witchy stuff, who kind of took me into her wings and things. The one in Nebraska.
But do you think it's like only like you witches? Because no lie, I've always attracted anybody that was like heavy on the spiritual side. They've all been into
it's not
shit.
just the witchy thing. That's because, like, you know, the law of attraction is always what you give out, you come back with. So if you're spiritual in that sense, then you're always gonna bring more people like that together, just like how all three of us are always on the same page about certain things. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's been 20 years and we can't shake
except
each
for
other.
one thing.
What is that?
Me going to the fucking desert to see hornets.
Hey,
things I was not expecting for 100 dollars.
But no, for real. Like, you know, me and Dee were just talking about it the other day, where we were like, it's so weird how people keep coming back into our lives. Like, you know, who would have thought, like, being at an airport waiting on an airplane, so Dee would call out of the blue and we'd be in the same place on a layover. Just, we haven't
at the
spoken
same
in
time.
like 8 or 9 months. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I was like, what you doing? She was at the airport. I was like, me too.
It's so gross. It's so gross.
Yeah.
Or just like, you know, me living in Nebraska, being an hour away from Brandy, just randomly.
Yeah, that was insane. I was like, what are the goddamn odds?
Yeah, so, you know, like it just kind of happens. And now that technology is available, we can do this all together.
Technology.
But anyway, what's something else you guys do? I was thinking about doing family karaoke night, because we have a karaoke.
That seems a lot of fun.
Right? And I think you can actually, even if you don't have a machine, there's like really cheap or even free apps to do that with. I think that's something that should be like a thing now.
Now, I don't know if anybody listening is experiencing this, but me and my son are on 2 different time zones in the same house. Yeah. So when I am going to sleep, he is basically like peaking. It's his 12 p.m. And when I'm up for work, he is going to bed.
I'm PJ.
So that's how we work. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it. Like that better.
It's kind of nice to have your own time.
I'm out of his way, he's out of my way. Not that before this we were in each other's way, because it's only us 2, so we're kind of like roommates almost at this point. And when I would be at work and he's home from school, we wouldn't see each other like that until about the same time he wakes up. Like when he wakes up at 8 p.m. and I'm up and getting ready for something, that's around the same time we'd have our time together anyway.
Right.
But saying all that to say, we haven't really done a lot of stuff together, but I have been keeping him on track, trying to make sure he's still keeping up with his online school, because a lot of kids have that now, and they just announced that they're not going to go back probably to the end of May, but I think they just need to shut down the school year, because in May it's over anyway.
I mean, I think Arizona already said they're not going back.
I don't feel like they just need to, like, it's a wrap.
There's also another thing where people are saying that if they don't go back in May or June, they're going to have them go back in July, August to make up for the time.
Oh, I know the fuck not.
Yeah.
They've been talking about that possibility too in our area.
That is so whack for them.
It is.
Then they have to turn around and go to school in September.
Well, that means
but
they
then
won't
you have to
time
think
off.
about the kids that are graduating this year too. This must suck.
That sucks. Or those prom, like, I was all excited for my niece to go to prom, and she can't even have like a real prom.
Oh my God. Have you guys watched Contagion yet? Have you seen it?
With Brad Pitt?
No, it's Matt Damon is in it.
Okay, all the white people look the same.
Right.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't like
But
Matt
no,
Damon.
so in that movie, we just watched it because we were like, let's freak ourselves out. But anyway, in the movie, his kid doesn't get to go to prom, so he ends up doing prom in his home, like with her date there. So, you know, there's other options. So I don't know if people, like, if you're missing birthdays, that's another thing. If you have birthdays while you're in quarantine, I've seen online a lot of people doing birthday parades for social distancing. So people are like throwing balloons and gifts into the yard, but driving by and saying happy birthday.
Which I think is great. My boss
I think it's beautiful that
but I can't go to the damn desert. That is terrible. Spreading germs. In viral stuff, viruses.
I hope they arrest you like you be arrested. Then that's fine.
Oh my gosh, that's a terrible idea.
Fine.
That's not. I would be social distancing a whole lot better. I'm not gonna let this go until I change your minds. You guys both owe me an apology.
No, you're definitely not changing my mind. I definitely said what the fuck I said. So good luck with that.
Yeah, but like seriously, like my kiddo's birthday's in May too, and I don't know if we're gonna be under this still or not. It's the end of May, so we might not.
I really don't think this is gonna stop till June.
I don't think either. So I mean, even if this is the case, like
don't say that.
It's the end of the year for the school year, so I'm like, you know, we're trying to figure out like different ways to do her birthday, like whether it's she borrows my Zoom account and like has all her friends on at the same time, or
which I think is creative. Because I'm still gonna celebrate my half birthday this Friday.
Are we dressing up for your half birthday?
I am dressing up.
Can we get on Zoom for your half birthday?
I don't care. Yes,
let's do it. I'll dress up. I'll dress up.
Totes do Zoom, and then I wouldn't mind inviting some more people, and we just have a birthday. I'll put it out there.
Oh, okay.
Brandy's half birthday celebration.
Hey, collect some emails so we can send it out, invites, and we'll do a Zoom birthday.
I would love that. Well,
let's record it.
Wait, you guys would have to do that for me because I literally just disabled apps and stuff because I was trying to do better on social media this week, at least to get through like 3 books I've wanted to, because I get too into memes. And I entertain way too many people. And I was like, all right, I need to.
I think you mean those niggas without the shirts, huh?
Man, the fact that, you know what, about that. So, what CJ's talking about is just to do it. Not because I really wanted it, just to do it. I was like, all right, fellas, post pictures with your shirt off. Let me see.
Man,
these niggas did it. Like somebody made a comment and they were like, this post has only been up for 38 minutes and you have 56 comments.
Oh my God. You know what got me though was the picture you posted afterwards with you looking down on your cell phone.
Judging them.
Them.
And then I like how some of the people in the comments were like, oh, this is why I didn't post. And I'm like, you didn't post because nobody wants to see that.
Ooh.
Like that's why you didn't post.
Hey, that's a good one. If you're bored in quarantine, go ahead and go on your social media and ask random questions. I'm
telling you,
post a shirtless selfie, guys.
The people will answer. Now, I'm not gonna lie. You may or may not get the same results depending on your level of agreeably attractiveness. And I know I'm agreeably attractive, so these niggas, and when I say niggas, I mean whites, whatever. They definitely be ready.
She means the men's.
The men. They definitely be ready to peacock around. But I just thought that was interesting because even when I'm in other groups online and like the women do it, there's such a difference in men posting pictures of themselves and even commenting under their pictures and when women do it. Because I saw a group of women posting pictures when they were like, oh, 35 and under, you know, if you're single, post pictures. And I'm watching them post and then seeing under some of the pictures, if the girl was dressed more provocatively, other women commenting and being like, oh, but what's her credit score? And I'm thinking, bitch,
wow,
what does that have to do with her looking good?
This is why
someone being like, man, I hate that. Or someone, or a guy was under one post who was like, yeah, but can you cook though? So wait a minute.
That wasn't the point of the post anyway.
So we gotta look good and cook and have a bomb credit score.
Do.
That almost sounds like someone needs to be a goddamn adult. Wow.
We do.
That's just adulting. But it's weird, those stipulations that are pushed on women versus men. Nobody was in those comments, no women anyway. Not one woman was in the comments like, oh, you look a mess, or oh, you need to tighten it up. Now we may have said what we said off the screen.
Boys.
We were not mean. Now D was
but you know what? You know what was very interesting to me though, because I like to just catch my popcorn and Michael Jackson it up.
D.
D. Jesus.
D.
He'd be freezing. But no, like,
He's
so.
frozen.
Do you remember? Did you show CJ?
What?
I thought I did. He took a screenshot of him writing a comment underneath one of the guy's pictures.
What happened?
Oh God, I have to get it because I'm going to paraphrase.
Demetrios.
I gotta show you what I.
Oh my God.
If he pulls it up before me, he can read it, but it was pretty fucking funny.
One of them was like, "Is that a wart, my nigga?"
They shirts was off. I was like,
and then another one.
And then another part that pissed me off, out of almost 100 and plus comments of people posting their shirts off, and I'm not body shaming, so don't nobody come for me in the comments. Only probably like 6 men had like abs that you could tell were gains, and not just because they're so skinny you have no choice.
Oh, right. Abs. They worked on it.
They worked on it. So there were only like 5 or 6 men out of 100 and something that had like bodies where you could tell I am in the damn gym. And I'm just thinking, like, we don't get the same grace as far as that's concerned, because we're not supposed to have stretch marks. We're not supposed to have like cellulite. We're supposed to look like we did before we had babies. Our boobs need to be right about here. It's just so much. But I'm looking at all these men who were freely posting themselves, dad bods and all, and they were happy to post themselves.
Well, because they, like you said, there's no stereotypes that go against it that much. You know what I'm saying? Now, here, you know what I found interesting, because I do like go through when I see your posts about that, is the same dudes that come through every time with the extraness and the extra thirst. And just there's a few that I'd be laughing. I'm like, oh, he really
there's the repeat offenders, because then what's funny is those are the same men where I'm like, you can't handle me
I'm sure
mentally. You can't handle me mentally, so I'm not even getting into spiritually or emotionally. You can't handle me mentally, because when I be tearing your ass up in the comment section when you say something stupid, you don't know how to act.
I'm just saying.
And that's not even me at full. That's not even my final form.
That's what I'm saying. That's not even our final form when we on social media.
That's some low level. That was some low level tearing up.
I'm doing some low level tearing up, and they just be so in their feelings. And I'm like, I know you added me because I'm a cute girl, and you thought maybe you could flirt with me every once in a while. You didn't expect me to have a goddamn brain. But guess what, niggas? This ain't fucking that.
I think it's really interesting, especially the ones who like come back with comments that I feel like they try to be condescending.
Oh, they do.
You know what I'm saying?
And then what's crazy is a lot of them are the same ones that also have their wives or girlfriends in their damn profile pictures. And I'm like, what are you doing?
I checked some of those profiles.
Yeah. I go back to some of their profiles too, because I'm like, what are you doing in my comments?
That's what I want to know. Do your lady know?
So boom. Since we just talking just to talk, this is what you can do in your spare time. Bother people on the internet in this quarantine time.
Go searching on people if you're curious. That's what you do.
I post stuff.
I just sent them to you, CJ. I just sent them to you.
She just said it.
Check your phone.
I'll post stuff that's funny, but also that's true for me. So I love those memes that are like, men should be paying for A, B, and C, because now I'm a woman where I'm like, I want you to take care of me while I'm taking care of myself. These broke niggas be so mad. I'm like, I've noticed something. The men that could possibly take care of me are never in these comments. It's you broke bastards that are mad. And they're like, but what if somebody's sorry, because I know why she's laughing. I know why she's laughing. Oh God.
D is so mean.
Isn't he the worst? But it's like, it's
so
hilarious.
Rude, but it probably is, and I hope it's not contagious, my nigga.
Listen, they had their shirts out, but I'm like, why are you in my comments? You got a whole ass wife or baby mama or girlfriend or whatever.
I don't understand that.
And you're in my comments about my preference and what I want in a man. It wouldn't be you. Even if you didn't have a girlfriend, it still wouldn't be you. So
not
why
with those
are
fucking
you
comments.
Mad? Like most men are trash.
That's fucking weird.
It's so rude.
Yeah, it was but you know what? But the confidence he had to post that whole wart Because I would have, if I was him, I would have maybe DM'd me that and been like, "Hey, it's not what it looks like."
Or just Photoshop out the word.
Yeah, they
with
full confidence.
Oh my God. Anyway, off task again. Off task. We were talking about things you can do during quarantine.
Oh no, that was on task.
Oh, okay. The other thing is, I think a lot of people are like, "Ooh, I'm bored," blah blah blah. I think reading or listening to books might be another good thing to do right now. Yes. Whether it's in subjects you're interested or just like better, self-development stuff. Because there's
they can teach themselves a language.
Yes.
That I was just about to get to that.
Yes.
There's some free ones out there. There's one called Duolingo.
Yes.
It's not the best, but it's free.
It's good. It's decent.
It's a good start.
Yeah.
At least with broadening your vocabulary in a certain language. Mm-hmm. As far as sentence structure goes, maybe not so great, but you will learn words, which is essential for learning a language. So check it out.
New books, new languages. And I was thinking about posting the list of Nipsey's Black books. Nice. That he had. So I think I'm going to go find that and do that for our pod page.
I will say that I miss the bookstore because Half Price Books, baby, that store is the devil. It's so good.
Oh my God.
Oh God, it's so good. And we almost spend $100 every time I'm in there, which is why I can't go.
It's easy.
You couldn't have told me, as much as I hated school growing up, that I would grow up to be spending.
You know what it is though? Here's the thing about school. And I think like if Dan was here, he would agree. School is so customized to what the government and society wants us to be that it's like, when they test us, they're basically testing like, let's say a giraffe, a monkey, and a fish, and they're saying everybody run on land, and of course the fish is going to fail that fucking test because you can't, your only thing you can do is swim. But when you get out into the real world and you realize, like for me, it was like I love reading parapsychology. Like I can consume those books in hours, in no time, and I'm sure you have books like that too. Like, so depending on what you love and, want to learn about, it doesn't feel like a burden like school was. You know what I mean?
It still feels like it's like,
it's entertainment
work,
too.
But it's not, it doesn't feel as daunting because like you said, before it just seemed like, why am I learning all this stuff and it doesn't matter? And then I even showed my son, because I'm always talking to him about the importance of you know what you want to do now, and then if we can see if school is definitely necessary for what you want to do, because for some people it's not. We need to make sure that we got you on the right path now, that way you can go to any school you want to, hopefully get a scholarship. And I just have your mind conditioned for what mine was not conditioned for, because I laid out my GPA in high school versus college, and even my mom was like, "This don't make no sense." And I was like, she was like, "How the fuck is your GPA way higher now?" And I was like, "Well," and then my bonus dad was like, "Probably because she got to pay for it now." I said that part.
Well, that too, but also you probably study something you wanted to study too.
And it's actually in like history in college, way more interesting.
Of course.
I know.
Way more interesting. I remember like I would be reading and then I'd have to stop and I'd have to like call my dad to go off, or my sister or my ex, and I just have to be like, "Can you believe Andrew Jackson?"
Well, because I remember thinking
like it's
the
new
same
news.
thing.
Like it's new news.
It is.
I'm like, I cannot believe we let people that we hold to such a high, like, just esteem do horrible, deplorable shit.
And that's
but
we
were like, "Oh, but you're the president, or you're this, or you're that."
Man.
Like, I cannot believe.
Like, you literally have to unlearn things 2 or 3 times in life. The first time will be if you go to college or secondary school, you have to unlearn the shit you got from K through 12. Right? And then even if you skip that or go from college to the next level to work and stuff, you have to unlearn everything you learned in college, because by the text doesn't work in the real world for the most part either, unless you're like in engineering and you need that information, or a doctor, you need that information. And then you have to unlearn again when you hit reality with your own adulthood and your self-awareness, because things don't work the way they tell you it works. Law of attraction. Nobody talks about laws of attraction.
No, of course they're not going to.
What?
I would love if that was an option, depending on the school. That should be. Now I have heard, because I looked at my son's syllabus and everything for next year, because we were helping him pick his classes together, since they're making us do all the stuff,
of course,
at home now, which is cool. But just seeing what he had offered, because they have like a financial class, and he's wanting to do computer design and something else because he's that kid. And I was like, this is dope as fuck that these are options for you on top of you wanting to do like a bowling club. And then they have a culinary club after school. Oh yeah. Like we're in a nice neighborhood. We're like a decent school. So I'm pushing him in that way. But D mentioning like another language, I'm like getting your kids to do that right now, especially if you have kids that can easily just consume Amazon and Netflix and not get tired of it, giving them a break from that. Still having their screen time, but giving them a break from that and from school and having them do something completely different, like learn a new language. Or if there's an instrument in the house, somebody can teach them on YouTube. Like everything's on goddamn YouTube.
Music.
Even when I can't figure out certain equations because my son will ask me for help. And for whatever I can't do, I'll charge him with the task first. Like, you grew up in a generation where you know nothing but the internet. This was not how we grew up. So I'm saying that to say, if I can teach you to use this resource properly now, as you keep getting older, you'll know how to, because it's all right here. But I kind of feel like, and this is our conspiracy brain, I'm like, they're banking on you to be dumb motherfuckers that have all access to everything, but y'all not using it right. But they're banking on you to be so distracted.
You can't, because you can't send any child right now who's in school to the library to use them fucking catalogs.
I'm like, Dewey Decimal, niggas.
Dewey Decimal System? Nope.
Dewey Decimal.
They'll be like, what the hell is a Dewey Decimal? What does that mean?
Man, when libraries open back up, take your kid. My son loves it. It was good for me, online classes, to be in a setting that wasn't my room, because I just work better when I'm not at home. That's just what it is.
I gotcha.
So to go there and to go to a place that's designated to be quiet, it's just peaceful. It's so peaceful.
It is
better
very
focus.
Peaceful.
Better focus.
You can really focus. So take your kids, like do something different.
Learn something new. On that note, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with a few more things to do during your quarantine.
Right, Black. What?
And we're back. We back. So in our break, Brandy was talking about couples being in quarantine. Let's just say,
sorry.
Listen, I am grateful that he's home because I have not been able to spend time with him as much. He's been working his ass off like 6 days a week. So I might be an anomaly for that. Like, because I also work from home and there's nobody around. So I like people here, but I also hate it.
Yes.
Like I was saying, it's a double-edged sword, because I'm like, ooh, I love that I can spend my time in between working or doing something home with the kids, with Rob and stuff like that. But also I'm like, the other week when I was editing, I had to lock myself into the bedroom to edit our videos because nobody would leave me alone. And I can't hear the editing if people are like constantly like yammering at me. You know what I'm saying?
Mommy.
Yeah.
Mama.
Like, seriously. Or like Rob,
can you still make me a bento box, Mama?
All that shit for that? Yep.
Oh my God. Or just Rob just trying to show me memes or something, or my kid showing me TikToks.
I promise you, I think people in general, and when I see people, I mean everybody else but a mom in the house. Everyone else gets dumb as fuck when mom's around more.
Oh my God.
Because the fact that my son was like, do we have waffles? Bitch, if I walked over and opened my freezer right the fuck now, the first goddamn thing you
everything
see is waffles.
Listen.
I said, did you look? And he was like, well, I was going to, but you decided instead of turning the fuck around.
Today, my
girl.
Why? Because you know everything.
She was like,
you're triggering me, and I'm gonna have to go in there and mess his ass up.
No.
You know what?
Still on the way. Wouldn't it be weird if she went off screen and showed up in D's screen? That'd be great. That'd be so weird.
That would be so great.
I would also be.
That would be an awesome edit.
That would be an ending
awesome
for the fucking triangle.
Awesome edit.
No, like. So, like, same thing here. Like, today, my oldest was like, oh, we're out of napkins, because she opened the napkin, cabinet where we keep paper plates and whatever. And then she turns around and looks at me and she goes, do we have more? I was like, yes. She was like, where are they? I was like, are you telling me that you've been here for 3.5 years with me and you don't know where the napkins are? Like, I've seen you take it out of that cabinet.
Nope, they just get dumber.
Yep.
He looked at Limeade and then he was like, so what does the limeade taste like? And I was like, well,
why
lemonade.
do kids do that?
But it's fucking lime. I said, hey, how about you grab a glass and pour a little in there and taste it? Like, what?
You're supposed to tell me.
No, I gotta beat him. I'll be back.
No.
Come back, Brandy. Come back. She went to beat her child. No, Brandy, no. Oh, shit. Is she really doing it? She ain't back, y'all. She's not back. Is she coming back? D.
You hear Patrick screaming?
I don't know. Oh, my God. First of all, how is
all
that?
All right, I'm back.
Nigga, that sounded like you murdered somebody. What the hell?
He's fine. I know where to hit him because he's light skinned, so you can't just hit him anywhere. You gotta be strategic when you got a light skinned kid. You can't just pop them up everywhere.
So
you gotta hit the back of that head.
That scream made me forget what I was gonna say next. I totally left my brain. I can't even think.
I'm an advocate for beating and threatening children.
Oh my God. No, for real though. Like, yeah, don't beat your children, please. Don't do that.
Yeah. That's what's wrong with a lot of them.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. So last week during quarantine time, this is how crazy it gets in the house when there's too many niggas but not enough to do, right? My kids were arguing over our dining room table chair being in or out, like under the table.
Shut up.
I was chopping up some food in the kitchen and they were behind me doing this shit, my 4-year-old and my 15-year-old. I had to turn around and yell at them. I was like, does it matter? Like, does it matter? Like, y'all think I'm crazy because I'm yelling, but y'all are creating the madness. And I have to stop
y'all are even more fucking crazy for arguing.
What the fuck are y'all talking about?
In or out?
Basically. And I was just like, why don't you just push the
chair
in?
Ask Mom, what do you think?
Let's be logical about this. Does it belong in or out? Let's ask the triangle.
It doesn't even matter to me. Because I'm like, why can't you just push the chair in and walk by? And then if she pulls it out after you're done going to your room, you're not coming back this way. So it doesn't matter. Like,
it's a control thing.
Oh, girl. And I know it's because of the stress and stuff, but it was just too much. And like, as far as like the couple thing though, I'm like, it's nice. I did laugh because I've been sleeping in a little bit, and because Rob's here and he's been doing like breakfast routine with Heather. And the other day, I just hear him in the bathroom yelling at her like, "Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands," like 20 times. And then she did. And then 5 seconds later, he was like, "Dry your hands. Dry your hands." Like, and I was just laughing. I'm awake, but I was just laughing in the bed.
So does Heather just say like "fuck listening"? Like, what is going on?
She wants to talk about things, so she'll like wash her hands and she'll be like, "Oh, let me tell you something. Did you know?"
Oh my God, yes.
I shit you not. That's exactly how she talks too, like me. It's amazing. And then she goes.
Didn't she leave a voicemail for us? Wasn't that her?
She did.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
That was a very long one. She really wanted to talk to y'all, so she left you.
I love that she likes to talk to us.
Like she's
like,
been watching.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, she does my so. We have to tell her to like go a couple of octaves higher.
So. Yes. No, she's been watching Storybots, and like the other day, I didn't realize she watched it on the show, but she explained to us how the universe was made in like one whole breath. Like, she just likes to talk about things and hearing her own voice, much like what I'm doing right now.
I was just gonna say, I
I just caught that. I saw it in y'all's eyes. So let me just go ahead and
chip off the old block, eh?
Not a chip off the block.
Kind of.
Demetrius has really been dogging us about our children being us.
I can't wait till you have.
This is why you'll never be pregnant, Demetrius.
I mean,
you don't know that.
He's like, I'm already pregnant.
doing 5 months. That would be some shit, won't it?
Quarantine baby.
Oh my God. No, seriously though. So but I would like some like quiet time with him. I think that's the biggest thing.
Look at how he froze.
Oh, he froze.
He froze so perfectly.
He's back. But you know, if you're a couple, like maybe try to find some like couple time with yourselves too. like even after the kids go to sleep or whatever, because I think that's really important, because you can't leave the house to do it. No dates outside, you know.
And I don't know how people are having quarantine babies, because I would just feel like not doing it all the time. I'm not, and this is coming from someone that I love sex, but I can also go a long time without it.
Right.
But I'm also like, I'm not in my 20s anymore, in the sense of like being 19, 20 and fresh to the sex game and feeling like I had to have sex all the time.
Right. Yeah.
With my man.
It's a different libido when you're
yeah. So now I'm like, oh, yeah, we could do it, but there's also nachos. Like,
so,
ain't that the truth?
For all of us freaks that are still out there, I'd recommend using adamandeve.com.
Really? No.
Yeah. They deliver.
Adam and Eve is trash. Go to Love Honey. Go to lovehoney.com.
Ooh, I gotta try them.
They have spreader bars. They have bomb stuff. So, and this is coming from someone that hasn't had sex in so long.
A spreader bar? Explain a spreader bar.
You don't know what a spreader bar is?
Is it a stirrup?
No, well, kind of, but it's like a bar.
They have that too, and they have swings too. They have a lot of stuff.
Spreader
Love
bars
Honey is great.
Like your legs or something? Your
legs.
Okay.
He said, okay.
I need you to be better, D. I just need you to be better in general.
Oh, no. Fuck.
No, Love Honey to me is better than Adam and Eve. I feel like Adam and Eve is overhyped and overpriced. And I've found better things when I was really
There's a lot of different ones. Even Amazon sells like some toys now and things.
I don't know if I trust it. I don't know why. It just seems weird.
I always, when I order from Amazon, I always check the seller.
You said it feels like, weird,
not just random. Because I think some people never check the seller, and they're like, "This
Amazon
is shit."
came today.
Oh my god!
It's like if I saw one at Walmart, I would have the same feeling.
Oh yeah.
Like, I wouldn't buy a.
Well, I kind of feel like Walmart is just where you go for like your condoms and Astroglide. You're not really getting much else.
But if they offered that, would you purchase that?
No.
Would it creep you out a little bit?
Not from Walmart.
That's how I feel about Amazon.
I mean, maybe. Oh, it depends on, like I said, because Amazon has stuff from Adam and Eve and things like that too. So if your seller is the same, then sometimes the prices are cheaper on Amazon.
I don't want to pull a sex toy out of a smile box. You know what I'm saying? Little smiley Amazon boxes.
I love the smiley Amazon
box. It's a good time in a box. Why wouldn't you want to pull it out of a smiling box?
Well, when you say a good time in a box, that's against what Demetrius believes in. He's not with the good time in anybody's box.
We're not talking about wet boxes. We're just
talking about a big in a box.
He's like, I want the driest box you have.
Oh, right.
No.
How dry do you
want it? A cardboard, baby.
I hate that. I can't. Not cardboard, baby. Like the Sahara Desert, bitch.
In this cardboard box.
Oh my god. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, let me ask this. What would you say is your top 3 things to do right now? Like, if you had to pick, just top 3 off the bat. Huh? Cooking, yes. Cooking. Yes.
I am on YouTubing. Looking at random stuff.
Yep.
And busting nuts.
Oh, busting nuts. Self-love is important. Busting nuts. I'm really taking notes.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it exactly like that. Self-care, busting nuts. What about you, Brandy?
Definitely not that.
Brandy, you know you over there busting nuts. Shut up.
I'm not. Surprisingly, I told you I've been like super.
She's been very about.
She's been DJing. She's teaching herself how to DJ.
Not DJ.
Between her legs, she's
like.
You
play this girl that does so.
Disclaimer: not our song. Don't own rights or lyrics.
Oh, nothing. I've still been working out.
Okay.
I have been cooking, but I actually started to meal plan again.
Ooh, meal plan.
Just to make sure I'm just not.
I want to get back into that too.
Bullshit, because I'm trying to create a sense of normalcy in the house, even though I'm not leaving the house, because it's going to drive me crazy. And then I have been watching the stuff on Amazon and stuff that I said I've wanted to watch forever, but just haven't. So I've just been catching up on shit, but I'm trying to switch out Amazon and my love of memes for finishing some books, because I know when stuff goes back to normal, I think it'll take a while for us all to get back used to it, but we're going to get back used to it quickly. And then the next thing you know, you're going to be like, oh, I don't have time for the books, or I don't have time for the gym or whatever. So I'm trying to make that time and fill it up now, because it's a lot easier to work out more often at home now than it would have been before, especially for those that are unfortunately not working.
That's true. I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to catch up on my like Amazon like streaming stuff, Prime, Netflix, Hulu, like my Queer Eye and all this other stuff. That's one of the things. And then I've been baking a lot more because I kind of fell off of that for a little bit because it's been like crazy busy. And then what's the other thing? I guess just like trying to self-care, not just like busting nuts or anything, D.
Not
like
you.
Yeah, like no, like because sometimes when you're like momming it up, you like forget to do your weekly masks or your skincare routine and things like that, like self-care stuff. Like I started back up and I was like, I really need to do this. Like my skin feels better, so I feel better. Like when you do things for yourself that makes you feel better, like you start glowing from the inside out. So I just feel like this is
I made
a good
body
time.
scrub.
What?
We're interested.
We're like, wait a minute. What is
so
this?
It's not one that you could make in mass. I don't think it'll hold well, but I'll just make it right before I get in the shower.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Some coconut oil with some sea salt.
Okay.
Sugar. Lemongrass. I mean, not lemongrass. Tea tree oil.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Tea tree oil and lavender oil.
Oh, that'll hold, D. You can put that all together.
I'm afraid that the sugar would dissolve.
Oh, you want it to like stay.
I want it to exfoliate.
What type of sugar? Well,
if you get the brown stuff, are you using regular sugar?
Yeah, because I thought it was like
I'm just using plain sugar. And
okay, if you get the brown stuff, that's like the raw sugar, it won't melt.
If you decide
to make get into like different sugars. That I know that's right.
Oh, that's another thing. What about like studying holistic preventive stuff?
Smooth cheeks.
Yes, you know what I was looking for? I need to check online to see if I can get it delivered. There's a book that breaks down different types of weeds and stuff that grows naturally in your area that are edible.
Yeah,
that is pretty cool.
So you can learn how to forage. I can go to my backyard and forage for weeds.
No, that's pretty cool though.
I know dandelion for sure is edible. I've cooked it before. And I cooked it like
I
kale.
drink the tea still.
Yeah.
Nice. And like that's another thing I want to get into is like how to like maybe make myself a better gardener so I can grow my own shit. We went and got seeds and stuff and start a little garden.
I love that.
Just because like everything is starting to become such a burden with like the pesticides and reading labels and like I will never forget. My mom had this like frozen cut up spinach from the store. I think it was actually Walmart, and it was not the organic kind. It's like the Walmart brand. And if you look on the back, where it says ingredients, it should just say spinach, but did not. It said spinach and then milk powder. Like, huh? Right.
Milk powder?
And then some other
spinach milk. Delicious.
And it's like some stuff like is used for preservatives so it won't stick inside the frozen section and things like that, and it shouldn't be that way. And so even if you go to the frozen section to buy veggies and fruits and stuff, you really have to actually look at the ingredients because sometimes it's more than what you're actually buying. Like they add chemicals and shit so it doesn't stick or doesn't rot fast or whatever it is. And like
whatever to extend that shelf life. They do have
tired
stuff
of
for
eating that.
People that don't have like, or that like live in apartments and you don't have anywhere that you can do that. They have stuff that you can have on like your windowsill, on your balcony, that you can still make some herbs for yourself. So that's cool
even,
too.
Like hang from your roof area around your kitchen area and stuff. So
I think that's dope. Oh, and then shout out to, because we said this when we were just talking in between takes. Shout out to the DJs that are going live.
Oh yeah.
And I'm really living for so many, whether they've been like local ones or more famous ones. I think it's really cool to be able to join a live party and then to see some of your favorite celebrities joining in too, because everyone's doing a lot of the same thing. And there are a lot of trainers that are offering different ways to work out. There are dancers that are doing free online ballroom stuff that I've seen. And, I'm living for that, right? Because I did have a lesson with my teacher probably like a couple of weeks before this went down. And I couldn't believe how much like I lost because I hadn't seen him in probably like 2 or 3 weeks. So now when I go back, I'm going to be like, fuck. Because a lot of it is muscle memory.
It is.
Getting used to holding my body a certain way. And now I'm like, shit, by the time I get back into this, I'm going to be a mess. But they have online stuff that they're offering. I've seen more people on Instagram than I do any other social media platform that are doing these like jump rope classes, push-up challenges, whatever it may be, so people can stay active and in shape, because that does make you feel better when you're not just sitting around.
You gotta move around, get your blood pumping, because exercise actually changes your brain waves too. So that's why a lot of people like to do it in the morning, because it actually starts pumping the right kind of chemicals to your brain to keep you focused the rest of the day.
I thought about marking that in my planner, like what I wanted to do for April, because I almost got a little depressed opening up my planner, realizing April was just going to be blank.
Just blank.
I was like, what is there to plan? And I was like,
nothing.
I should plan, like, you know, finish this book on Malcolm X this day. Finish this workout by this time, be able to do this many push-ups by this date. Like trying to have something in there so I'm not feeling like an empty shell of myself, because I'm not able to do what I'm used to doing. So
that's a good
stuff
one
for yourself.
I'm gonna do a squat challenge. Maybe I can get my Asian booty to do something,
and it'll make like the day go by in a different way. So you're not just doing the same thing, like switching the style up. And I love what CJ said about still taking care of yourself, especially as ladies. I posted so much stuff on my social media.
I saw you had so many. Oh my God.
I did, because I'll still, although you can't tell now, I still am trying to take care of myself. So I was like, I need a shave. I want to be hairless. I still doing my feet. I think I might do some white toes or something this Friday. Like, I'm going to do my nails. Still doing something. Or when they do their makeup, even a little, just throwing on a lipstick.
Yeah, like lipstick. Seriously, guys, I'm not going anywhere. I didn't go anywhere. I just put on makeup.
No, you're an awful gay, so I know you don't like it.
I know he don't got no lipstick on anyway. Ooh, D, when you come over, can we make you up?
Well, we already got permission to beat his face.
You can beat my face, why not?
But no, it just feels like, you know, so important. It's like one of my friends posted on their Facebook that their roommate was not showering during this quarantine. No, I'm not kidding. No names though, because I don't want her roommate to be embarrassed. I don't think she would be embarrassed, but I'm sure she would be like, you know, don't tell on me. So, but her roommate was not showering, and she was like, you know, just because you don't have to go out into the world does not mean you don't shower.
Yeah, you still need to shower.
You ain't gotta wash your ass.
Like, I've had to tell my son, like, you still need to floss, brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Like,
first of all, like, even when I like sleep in and wake up, that little plaque buildup you get in your mouth from being asleep too long. Like, that bothers me. I don't even understand how people can go.
I don't like to feel it on my teeth.
Oh, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, all day.
I'm like, get your tongue scraper. Like, really invest in a tongue scraper if you don't have it. Yeah. But really take care of yourself, because it's too easy not to. It's just too easy not to at this point.
I think that's what it is. And I fear for, that's what, another thing that I was talking about. I feel like a lot of people are going into this routine that's going to put them in a rut when reality hits them again. Like when they have to go back to school, go back to work.
Because man, if they have to get that jump start again.
If you don't get yourself together, like Rob doesn't have any work this week. He's on PTO, but his ass is up at 8:00 too.
That's what I was just going to say.
Know what I'm saying?
Get into a habit of getting your ass up in the morning. So last week, I experienced this a lot. I wasn't waking up till like 1:00 in the afternoon. I was like, I got to get this shit together, because this is going to turn into something crazy. I was drinking too much. So I was like,
easy to do. Easy to do.
Way too easy. I think I'm going to challenge myself for April to not drink anything, because I have been drinking.
I saw.
I've been drinking.
But see, like my drinking is still the same. It's either when we're recording or on my weekend when we're watching movies.
That's when I used to do it. And I drank yesterday so much that I was like, I can't drink today.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
we're like really drink, like the fact that I'm like, well, what can I mix together? And then have enough time to post it and then be like, well, this is the drink. And then I had like 5 of those bitches. There's literally no reason to drink.
And even when I was posting that last week
in one night.
Why did I drink? Why did I do that? D, a whole bottle of rum
by
in
yourself?
one goddamn night. And one goddamn
by
One night.
yourself.
That's the shit.
Who else is here? He can't have none. Talking about by myself.
No more than half a glass. Remember that shit?
Oh my God, not half a glass. Shut up.
I just
leave me
listen.
alone.
You know what? No, seriously. If you're listening to this and you have been on a drinking binge, be careful because that can soon turn into something else.
Listen.
Like,
a problem.
A problem.
I smelled the problem around the corner. I was like, let me not drink.
And you know it's bad when prior to that you were more, because I'm definitely more of a social drinker person in general when it comes to trying stuff. So it's like, okay, if we're out and they're like, oh yeah, we got drinks, so we're taking shots. Okay, cool. I'm not just out to be like, yo, run me 3 shots and let's do this.
Oh,
That's not
I'm
me.
not like that either.
So now I'm and I had all that alcohol left over from when Red came and Leslie was supposed to come. Shout out to Leslie for ditching. And no, she couldn't make it.
We still love you.
Still love you. But I had all this stuff. Just that I still have the moonshine and red wine.
I mean, you know, we have. Do you usually not keep that much alcohol in your house?
Ever. No.
Okay, so maybe that's what it is. So
typically, there's never alcohol in my house
that's
unless
probably why.
I know I bought it and somebody's over and we're going to finish it that night or that weekend.
Right.
Outside of that, it's just not in my house.
So me and Rob are fridge top because, you know, a fridge top is a shelf in our house.
Definitely a shelf.
Yes.
The entire fridge top is alcohol. That's our liquor cabinet. So for us, it's always there. And our second fridge always has beer or wine in it too. So like, I think maybe that's what it is.
And then I was used to drinking for free at the bar. So every weekend I'm like, I don't have any drinks.
Well, maybe that's really scary. Let's not get addicted to it.
No, that's why I told you earlier, me and my mom were laughing because we're like, we have never drank this much. It was like, okay, we need a chill.
I mean, we have to drink for your half birthday, don't we, though?
You guys can. I'm just going to look cute.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to stick with it because I like to challenge
myself. We got to get dressed.
I'm gonna get dressed.
It's my half birthday, nigga. What the fuck you thought this was?
I'm gonna find a dress or something.
PJ, grab my belt, cause I gotta beat somebody else tonight.
I gotta find a good place. I think I might do it in my garage and set up a table.
Ooh.
Really?
Oh my God. Wait a minute. I have something.
Oh no, she's right. Oh, where are you going? Oh my God, what is she doing? I don't know what that was. She like ran around like an anime character. Like what?
What is that?
What is it? She's like bringing.
I'm very happy my robe didn't split open when I was doing the running.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say Miss Thang is all up in her fancy little robe. It looks soft.
Oh, it is, darling.
It looks soft.
And the robe's soft too.
You sound like Frederick. I'm so
Look at me. Sounding like the nasty fast auntie for no reason. That's what I've become.
Too.
That's what I've become.
You are.
I am.
Oh my
so
God. What is it?
This game is called These Cards Will Get You Drunk.
Oh
gosh. So we can play a card game.
Okay.
For my half birthday.
Okay.
And we can have people join it and be like a party.
Oh my gosh. Should we record it?
And
we should, huh?
We should.
I won't even count it. I'll just put Brandy's half party as the title and put it on our YouTube.
Yeah, do it.
Oh, I'll invite my cousin. Hopefully
yes.
She can't not show up this time.
I mean, you know, but if she has to go to church, if she has to be at church.
Okay. So I might have to just only drink for half birthday and then like chill the rest of the month.
Yeah,
that'll be just good. To give you an example out of the cards, because a lot of these we can do without being in front of each other. But this one says, pick someone and guess the color of their underwear. If you guess correctly, they drink. Otherwise, you drink.
What color? I don't even know.
It's cute stuff like that.
Never know.
I know mine.
I'm not wearing any.
So, scandalous.
There's that.
Dirty auntie.
I will say that during this quarantine, I'm like, look, if I'm already clean, because I'm still taking showers every day, and I can just throw my robe on, why am I dirtying up underwear? Why am I worried about a bra?
I mean, okay, so here's my thing with the bra. Like, that's one of my cues. My body's cue to say I need to go do something. Because I put a bra on in the morning and then I can get shit done. Mornings that I don't put on a bra, I'm like PJ moment. and I can't. I'm like, this is my pajama. I'm not doing anything. Like my body won't go into focus mode, so I have to put a bra on if I want to get anything down.
I definitely didn't know what she meant at first with PJ moment. I was like, what do your titties have to do with my son?
Oh my God, pajamas, bitch, pajamas.
Look. Had to double check.
Pajamas.
But like for me, like I really have to put my bra on to get myself into like work mode.
That's such a fucking stupid ass word.
What,
pajamas? Like who looked at like some sleepwear and was like, you know what? Pajamas.
I do have some day jamas now though, because
day jamas? Now you're just making up shit.
No, it's like comfy clothes for during the day where you don't want to get dressed in real clothes, but they're not your pajamas.
Girl, girl, shut up talking to me.
Oh my God. Every time Brandy screams like that when I'm editing, my ears go. Just want you to know.
Oh my God. I'm a squeaker.
I know.
Shut up. That's so funny.
Make deja.
And you meant that too. Oh my God.
Last thing, you know what you could do if you can sew is make masks to donate to our medical people.
That would be
you know what I'm saying? I don't know about Joann's Fabric because they've been caught up with the kits and not being what they say they are. So, but I know that if you are up for it, you can even use, gently used clothing or just go buy fabric at Walmart and, make sure you get the right patterns and things online. They do have them. You can Google it and make sure.
They didn't complain about my mask. Like they smell like they were soaked in bleach.
I mean, it's clean though. It's clean.
I know it's clean.
But
you'll be safe. There's
a shortage. So like, I really hope that people like maybe look into doing that. If you can sew, that's something to do too. But sewing in general, if you need something to do, make some new clothing for yourself.
Yeah, because I'm like, I need to learn to be more reliant on the sewing machines because I have two now. My dance teacher gave me one, and my daddy bought me one. My real dad, not a zaddy. You gotta be, you gotta be clear. You gotta be clear about.
Well, you gotta be clear. We don't want all the men's just disappearing off your Facebook.
Thirsty ass niggas. I swear. Anyway, but I'm so used to getting things done by hand. I have to realize the machine is there for all that, and I can press a button and it'll do like some zigzag, whatever fucking cool pattern.
Shit. Make some
so I'm like, shit. I want to get used to that because if this does keep going, I'm like, I still want to create cosplays, and just figure out where I'm going to get shit from and how I'm going to work it. Because there's one I want to do actually for tomorrow. If you're game, CJ, because I know you like to dress up and do makeup too.
I do.
Yeah, Spirit Halloween was talking about having, like, the way she said that, Jesus. Spirit Halloween, I think, was the person behind, like, having March 31st kind of be a...
I saw that. They were like, decorate your house. Listen, I can't decorate my house.
Yeah, I'm not doing all that.
Because I have just as much Halloween decorations as I do Christmas. That's how much I have.
Yeah.
And my Halloween decorations go up in September, like much like how people put up their Christmas decor in November around before Thanksgiving.
And then we typically leave it up for a few months.
I leave it all the way up to my Halloween decorations are my Thanksgiving decorations because I incorporate pumpkins into it and I call it a day. You know what I'm saying? But are you talking about dressing up tomorrow? Is that what you're saying?
I'm considering doing a character, but it's like I have to figure it out because I only have so much stuff here, which is what I kind of like about it, the challenge of cosplaying with what's in the house. Because I can't have anything to deliver, you know what I mean? So I'm like, well,
there's a few things I gotta check, see if my titties still fit in it, because...
Listen, there's nothing more disheartening than trying on a costume that you swear you can still fit. And it was just only 2 or 3 years ago. And then you realize a bitch is definitely bigger.
I've gone through so many dresses. So the problem is that, like, after I decided to breastfeed my kiddo and my boobs grew. And it wasn't like just half a cup, it was 2 cups.
Show them or it's not true.
You were already outrageous.
Show us your tits.
Yeah, I was already pretty. What happens is
2 cups. So what are you, like an F now? What the fuck?
No, she's like 2 of your heads.
Like if you those. I'm gonna take a picture later and do it. You know how people are like, make a mask with your bra. Like literally, I could just
wait a minute. You just put it on your face?
Yeah, because like in Asian countries, if they're running out, some people are making masks out of their bras, but the ladies there are a little bit smaller, so their masks go
they
here.
can do that. Not
with
us.
me and you too, Brandy. Probably it's just it's my whole face. Like, so,
unless I got like this. Unless you do the smaller
the
one,
demi, but it would still be like.
Oh no! When I say smaller, I mean the bralettes that are not for girls that are D's and up.
Yeah,
because those are a joke. I got one because I was like, well, it said 38D, so I was just like, oh, okay. And then I realized, oh, you're only covering the nipple. You're not really.
Yeah. So like,
you're not here for the rest of my titties. So
like your areola's showing. I can see your areola.
Shut up, D.
I can't. I used to be a 38D.
My areola is showing. What's going on?
No more. Demetrius is right. I already had boobs. I don't know what happened.
You been had boobs.
Like, I had boobs.
That's what I'm saying. When you were
she
like
was
11.
She was born with like D cups and that fucking pineapple hairstyle.
Look, my hairband is still pineapple though. Reppin'. Just repping. But no, so like what happened with the kid is I think it was the breastfeeding, and it just kind of like
how did breastfeeding make your teeth?
I don't know. There's like
fill them with milk.
I ain't never heard of no reverse witchcraft like that in my life.
I used to be able to grab it with just one hand. Now it's like,
is that what you do for your videos?
Just my videos. Just
I like how she said my videos and proceeded to do a move.
Because the light bulb, I saw the light bulb.
She was like, oh yeah, the videos, right?
Videos,
the videos, huh?
What videos? But no, it's I don't know. Some people say their boobs shrink, but some people do say they get bigger. And for me, it got bigger, and I don't know what to do because everything else fits. So a lot of my tops that like I can button around my waist and my tummy, I have to wear a cami and unbutton like my breast area because they don't close anymore. Like, so I just stopped buying button ups. Like,
yeah, button ups are a joke unless
they're
like
a joke. If you're a D and up,
listen,
it's a joke.
Nope.
The only place that has them that I can deal with is Torrid. That's it. And like Lane Bryant.
Well, that doesn't work for me because I'll get something from Torrid and I have to make it a dress and wear some high boots.
Oh, they've gone down a size. They have double zeros now, so they do mediums.
Are there double zeros, kind of like 10-12s?
They're like almost like a 8-10 actually.
Oh, okay.
Because their zeros are more like a 12. So the zeros are like 12s. The ones are 14, 16. Because I usually
and for anyone that's still listening, you're welcome for all this information you didn't ask for.
I know. It's because I used to work there. Sorry. I got into it. But anyway.
We gave you plenty of shit to do for the quarantine.
I was going to say, yeah. Like, I think that's a good list. I think maybe in the description box, I'll go ahead and list all the things what we talked about. So
and my party.
Over. Oh, yeah. And the party.
Hold on. Let me.
Oh my gosh. If you're listening to
no, time out.
Yes.
I need you to look happy because if I screenshot this and I'm gonna repost it, I need you to look happy. So I'm gonna
let's try.
I'm gonna hold
3,
these goddamn
2,
cards.
1. This is
Thank
terrible.
you. God, I hate having to tell you guys what to do.
Oh my God, we hate listening to you.
Truer words have never been spoken.
No,
Dee's been tired.
He has been tired. But no, seriously.
I've been dragging him his whole life.
For the half birthday, maybe we'll see who we can bring on, I guess. And
we should send out invites. Well, I'll create invites.
Oh my God. If you do that, I'm going to cry.
Let's create some invites, Steve. Do it. Let's send it to people. Get some RSVPs.
Oh, I'm making some.
When they can you please put like if they RSVP and they're wanting to do this to send me their emails because that's how they get invited and like get ready with drinks. They have to be dressed though, at least cocktail and above.
They have to be dressed.
Cocktail and above.
Cocktail and I'll even take you in like a house robe, but if from the neck up you're just together, I will love that. Just face beats.
Very like Hugh Hefner. Very
I would
like
love it. Or if a guy just had a hat on, he has his robe, but he has like a little bow tie. It's like,
can we get a guy with like maybe a pipe, smoking a pipe? Like,
look, I did not know where that was going.
Sounds like my kind of party.
Not that kind of
pipe. Can we get a guy with a pipe? D's like, I know a guy.
Wrong pipe.
I know a guy.
Wrong pipe. Wrong pipe.
Yes,
I don't know.
I'm so into this. And then we can let them know that we'll be playing these cards will get you drunk.
Yes.
By Milton Bradley. No, I don't know who makes that.
I guess we need a playlist of music too, so we can bump some music.
I thought about Milton Bradley earlier today.
Ew.
I'm not creepy, baby. We are one.
We're creepy together. Your ass is creepy too.
Oh my God! On that creepy ass note,
creepy.
if you guys are enjoying our podcast, please make sure to subscribe to your favorite podcast platform. If you're watching us on YouTube,
CJ, or don't listen to her.
I know they never do. If you're watching us on YouTube, please make sure that you hit that like button and comment below. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you get our new videos. Yes, our Triangle episode drops every Thursday at 12 noon Central. Our news angle with our lowbrow current events drops on Monday. Every Monday at 9 a.m. I think we should do some questions and comments on our podcast, our Instagram or something, and get a few more things going. And I think if you guys want to see us go live, tell us and we'll go live. Even if it's just
we're gonna figure out how to do it first.
Man, listen.
We're gonna go figure it out. It might be YouTube, it might be Instagram.
CJ, he being live by himself for like 8 minutes.
Just my feet. And I'm like, trying to figure this shit out. Like, what the fuck? How do you do
this? And his breathing pattern was possibly the best 8 minutes of my life. It was so funny.
Wow.
Like, you don't. And then what made it better?
I have a deviated septum, so it's really loud sometimes. I'm like,
oh my God. And what made it even funnier is having old girl come in and say, "What are you doing?"
I was like, no. That made me want to log out. I was like, fuck, I'm out here looking stupid.
CJ, and then right after she was like, "What are you doing?" And I start laughing. These guys.
No, but at one point I had like 8 people fucking watching me. I was like, no.
And you could tell he was panicked because his breathing changed.
Oh my God, D-Time. We'll try it again together, D, so you're not by yourself.
He was so fucking awkward. It
just
was
out in the elements by himself.
I was just standing in my front yard looking stupid. I was like,
oh God, it was so funny.
I want to know who those 8 people were.
I mean, you know, we gotta tell them if we go live to tell all the people who are watching us to chime in and say hello and stuff, so we can tell and ask us questions and make sure that we don't get any lewd things happening, you know, because Brandy's gonna have thirst traps probably.
Oh God, so. No, don't get weird on me, please, Jesus Christ.
But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed our list of things to do and our off-task conversations as well. If you are quarantined at self-shelter, God, that's so hard for agents. Self-shelter. Please stay home. Don't go out. Just stay home.
Not even to see Venus.
We never changed our minds. On that note, stay blessed. We love you. Look at these.
I'm not sorry.
Have a good night, guys, or day, whatever it is that you're going through.
They bleed together now. It doesn't matter.
Bye.
Bye.